So you go ahead and you stack spaghetti sauce at a store and in a supermarket. You control the guy or the woman who brings out the carts on a forklift. I got hairy legs. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressures. Barack and I think it's a right for people to have bad health care.
This is probably the worst situation that is only getting worse, which it should be getting better.
Russians. Would you say that this means
We're not
that?
sure it's the Russians.
Okay.
I got a brief as I was on the plane. That's why I was late getting off the plane. I got a brief and. All right.
Would you like your receipt?
Do you know who it might be, sir?
I'll be in better shape to talk to you about it. Hang on a second. I'll tell you what they sent me. Okay. The idea. First of all, we're not sure who it is for certain. Number one. And what I did, I directed the full resources of the government to assist in a response if we determine. What else you need?
Oh, nothing. You're all set.
Okay. And the fact is that I directed the intelligence community to give me a deep dive on what's happened, and I'll know better tomorrow. And if it is either with the knowledge of and or a consequence of Russia, then I told Putin we will respond. And
You didn't tell him already, sir?
No, I haven't called because we're not certain. The initial thinking was it was not the Russian government, but we're not sure yet. To answer the first question, I'm laughing too. They actually, well, look, I mean, he has made clear that the answer is, I believe he has in the past essentially acknowledged that he was, there are certain things that he would do or did do. You know, the rapidly rising I don't know, his just inability to focus. I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far. They're going to be getting checks in the mail that are consequential. I wrote the bill on the environment. Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you something that you might like to hear. Pay them more. This is an employees bargaining chip now. What's happening?
And you're telling me that the feminists settled for this guy? That's crazy.
How old are you, honey? You're 11 years old. Talk to me before we leave, okay? I never believed it'd be this much in jeopardy. We launched our campaign over on the Oval back in May 9, 2019. But you know what I said then, we've been through a lot since then. We cannot let this, we've never allowed any crisis from the Civil War straight through to the pandemic of 17, all the way around 16. We have never let our democracy take second fiddle. We can both have a democracy and elections and at the same time correct the public health. When I was vice president with Barack, he allowed me to put together a budget for Amtrak. And it had money for high-speed rail at 200 miles an hour from Charlotte another line going from in Florida down to Tampa, another line. If we had moved, Gov, we'd have that tunnel fixed in New York now. I'm going to say something outrageous. I have never been particularly poor at calculating how to get things done in the United States Senate. So the best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, rapidly rising in with I don't know. He's going down to Texas on Juneteenth, right? The first major massacre, literally speaking. The only way to spare more pain and more loss, the only way, these millstones no longer mark our national mourning. These milestones, I should say, no longer mark our national mourning. COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, has taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. I mean, you think about it. And Senator Cornyn, I think he had to go back. I think he was getting on a plane. He told me he came in to see me last event. And Representatives Shirley Jackson Lee, Al Green, Sylvia Garcia, Lizzie Pinelli, Pinell, and what am I doing here? I'm going to lose track here. And I could be known for as president. I would be the president who, during his era, ended cancer as we know it. But then last week, guess what? We also landed a rover on Mars. White supremacists, Nazi sympathizers, carrying Nazi flags, using the. I carry a card in my pocket with the number of Americans who have died from COVID to date. It's on the back of my schedule. As of now, total deaths in America, 527,726. That's more deaths than in World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, and 9/11 combined. But I made very clear to Putin that we're not going to seek escalation.
Хочу предложить президенту Байдену продолжить наши дискуссии, но при условии, что мы это сделаем фактически в прямом эфире, что называется, онлайн.